as of very recently, Draymond has been an annoyance to me. And I know he's been an annoyance to many other people as well. And some people just never liked Draymond, going back as far as 2016 and maybe even before that. But this does not look well. This is not going to age well. And the circumstances that people are speculating this was for, it only looks like it's the truth. And that speculation is that Jordan Poole, a young promising player for the Golden State Warriors, will receive a pricey extension come next offseason at the expense of Draymond not getting the money he thinks he is worth. And when you already have many news outlets saying that Draymond is unlikely to get the money that he thinks he is worth, and the Warriors have yet to present him an extension, everyone with common sense knows at this point in Draymond's career, he is not worth Supermax money. Not saying Draymond isn't important and crucial to the team, but it's not the same. He is not the same player, and that showed in this past NBA Finals. I am so very convinced that the Golden State Warriors could have been victorious against the Celtics last Finals without Draymond Green. But let's circle back to what's relevant. Draymond Green, it is said that he is salty about that said speculation that he may not get the money that he wants because of Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins. And to me, what this video looks like is exactly what I just said. He is salty about that. And according to the people who are close to this situation, what Jordan Poole said did not give Draymond a right to put his hands on him. Not even the right. It didn't give him a reason to put his hands on Jordan Poole. And what I'm about to say could be a complete coincidence, but it's really seeming like it's not, because when Draymond and Kevin Durant got into it, I'm sorry to cut in between this video, but I have to get you guys' attention. Please go support me and my co-host Eddie's channel, Game of Takes. The link will be in the description so you can go subscribe. We're currently at 15 subscribers and we need to get to 50 subscribers to have our first live stream. So please, please, please go support Game of Takes. Draymond completely went berserk on Kevin Durant in the middle of a nationally televised game, calling him out of his name, and he was just out of control. And I don't care what anyone says, this is the reason Kevin Durant left Golden State ultimately. And in that 2019 offseason, KD was gone. And as a result of that, Draymond got part of the money that Kevin Durant was supposed to get, a 4-year, $100 million contract extension. It's just too much of a coincidence that Draymond is having issues with a guy who could potentially get money that he wants. First Kevin Durant, and now Jordan Poole, a guy that you literally made this statement about. And shout out to the Swish Out for this footage. I had no idea Draymond even said this.
One thing that Jordan did that showed me he's going to be all right in this league actually happened in training camp of his rookie year. Jordan came into camp talking shit to everybody, and I remember one day, him and Glenn Robinson III, they got into it. All these guys are coming to me like, tell him to shut up. His young ass always got something to say. But I'm like, I'm not going to tell him to shut up. If you can't handle him talking shit, that's on you. At that moment, though, the way he was getting under guys' skin, I appreciated that. You know, you couple that with the hard work that he puts in and the amount of skill that he has. And it is a recipe for a guy who's going to be successful in this league.
But when he kept that same energy with you, you decide to knock this man out. But you can appreciate that, huh? Good job, Draymond. Good job. There has been numerous times, I'm sure of it, that Draymond, Clay, and Steph have had disagreements. But did you hear anything about Draymond putting his hands on those particular players? No. Even with Kevin Durant, they had their issues, but you never heard Draymond putting his hands on KD or vice versa. You're supposed to be his mentor. You're supposed to be his vet, a guy that he goes to for knowledge. Yet you're the one who's being immature. As the older person at that, this guy is young. You're older than him, but you were the one to behave with no self-control, and you look like the rookie. And that's not even the worst part of this situation. Who leaked that video? Whoever leaked that video, there is an investigation right now as we speak, and when they are caught, they will be terminated and many other things after that, because that is a serious offense. But as we see now with the Ime Udoka situation, things like this, negative things like this, tend to get leaked out of an organization, or it's made mainstream news all of a sudden. And Draymond does deserve to be put on the hot seat because of this, because there's been numerous times, numerous scenarios where Draymond has been out of line and completely out of pocket. And he has yet to learn from his mistakes, and it's ridiculous. A 32-year-old man with no self-control. And my next video was not going to be this topic, but I felt like I needed to address it because I have my own personal take on the matter. But my next video was going to be something involving Draymond that was positive. And the topic of that video was going to be who is the greatest defender of this era, which he was one of many players that I had included in that video. But after seeing that footage, man, I don't think I want to do that video anymore. I can't make that video and leave Draymond out, so I'm just not going to do it all together. No one knows how this could affect this team's chemistry, and I don't think it's going to make much of a big difference. But I do think come this offseason, Draymond will not be a Golden State Warrior. This is the beginning of the end of an era. I know it sounds crazy because Draymond is a part of the dynasty that is the Golden State Warriors, but it's a different time now, and Draymond is, like I said, he is not the same player. If he was the same player or even close to the same player, they would have had no problem and they wouldn't hesitate to extend him. It would have been done by now. And there were many NBA players who had their opinions about the situation, and they gave their take on Twitter about the matter.
There was plenty of reaction on social media, as I mentioned earlier, following this video surfacing. You can see Isaiah Thomas tweeted, "All I'm saying is you ain't responding with a punch if that's somebody you really rock with, especially after a push. But I ain't in the practice and I didn't hear what was being said, so I'm just going to leave that alone, but damn." And then Evan Fournier said, "There is no way you can get back to being teammates after a punch like that." And then Trae Young added, "Draymond is trying to get to LA. Damn." Okay, so that's what players are saying on social media.
And that's the bone that I got to pick with Draymond Green. If he had any admiration for Jordan Poole, his mentee, he wouldn't have did him like that. Now, if I'm the Warriors organization, I would not make the same mistake that I did with Kevin Durant. Don't lose Jordan Poole or Andrew Wiggins because of Draymond Green. Don't do it. Get control of this situation while you have the chance. And man, I can't wait to see what Draymond says on his little podcast about what this situation was about. But for now, this is still a touchy subject, and this will be one of the many videos on YouTube covering this situation. And like I said before in the previous video, on this channel, I'm trying to cover more of all things NBA. And sadly, this is something that I had to speak about. And it's just unfortunate. But if you like this video, please like the video so that the algorithm can get this video to a broader audience. Please subscribe if you enjoy the content, and follow me on my social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram @AthleticMind. And thank you for watching.